Vikings Banter. We are out here live at the historic Barney's Beanery. It's a sunny day in West Hollywood today.
Very nice.
Currently,
This is Christmas weather.
Yeah.
Look at this.
number one Vikings podcast, number one team in the league, and it feels good to be here.
Number one division in the league. Yeah.
By far the best division. And when you're the best team in the best division, you happen to be the best.
We're not the best team in the division. The Lions are still disgusting.
Look,
but we're the second best team in the best division.
The games.
Yeah.
I watched Kansas City and I watched Detroit, and it made me realize that, one, if you pick off wins, win's a win for all of us. And they keep on always, the Chiefs have been doing this all year.
Yeah, the Chiefs
are more ridiculous. They have like the least point differential of a team that's ever been like 10 and
1.
Yeah.
Is that where they're at? Jesus.
With all that being said, I think that we are at the same caliber as these teams, and we're just under-respected at this point. It's coming to us.
It's good. We're flying under the radar, though. Like, everyone's getting this hype right now. It's about the Bills. Everyone's going crazy about the Bills. Bills are 10-2. We're 10-2. Like,
right.
Why are the Bills the favorite for the Super Bowl, the favorite for MVP? Like, Josh Allen's favorite for MVP. Everyone's... Is that a drum?
Well, I don't know if Minnesota fans know what it's like to be an elite team, which is every once in a while in the NFL, especially with this much parity, it gets close every once in a while.
Yeah.
You have close games. You don't. This like the Patriots kind of messed up the idea of what it looks to be like a Super Bowl caliber team.
Yeah.
Super Bowl caliber. That was like a tongue
caliber.
twister.
We got to do our.
But they were blowing everybody up by like 45 points, and I think we all get caught in thinking that's what it means to be like a Super Bowl
dominant team.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, Kansas City is third right now for Super Bowl odds, and they're back-to-back Super Bowl champs. You know, like, and they're 11-1. They have the best record in football still, and everyone's just like kind of. You just get bored with seeing it one way, and you want to go talk about another team. I mean, people wrote the Eagles off 4 weeks into the season when they were 2-2, and now they're 10-2. Like, and on an 8-game winning streak. Like, the NFL this year is so crazy with the parity, like we were talking about before. The Lions look like the best team, but if the Lions lose a game and we win a game, all of a sudden we get, we could get a bye week in the first round of the playoffs, or we could win the division, because right now we dropped from what we should be as like third in the playoffs to fifth, because we wouldn't be a division winner, so we wouldn't get a home game. So like that one win is going to be huge going down the road.
Well, and we have a lot of players that are currently injured that we're expecting to come back for the playoffs, right? Well, like, we're nicked up a little bit right now.
A little bit. Everybody's a little banged up, but
not as bad as Detroit got really banged up.
Detroit's fucked. Detroit is, I mean, they lost their best defensive player, Aiden Hutchinson, for the season. They're saying he could come back for like the Super Bowl now. So Aiden Hutchinson is out for the season.
I think Detroit started too hot, and we're turning it on at the perfect time.
I hope so.
We're going to have to play Detroit 2 more times this season in order to get all the way. I think the odds are in our favor.
No, we get them one more time. No,
but we're going to have to play them in the playoffs.
Oh, well, hopefully they get knocked out before we have to see them.
I would love to see them in the playoffs, because I think the odds are in our favor playing them 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I mean, you see each other for sure, but it gets dicey. Like, right now, our strength is teams aren't prepared for our blitzing.
Right.
We are so dynamic. We're the only team in the league with two players who are, what is it? It's Jonathan Grenard has 10 sacks on the season, tied for 4th with Myles Garrett. So, okay. Jonathan Grenard, 10 sacks, tied with Myles Garrett for 4th in the NFL, only half a sack behind Danielle Hunter, who has his bye this week. So technically he's had a better season than Danielle Hunter, who we didn't want to pay. We let walk. We took their trash in Jonathan Grenard, and we got more out of them. So we killed it with that move. And Van Ginkel is 9th with 9. So we're the only team in the NFL with 2 players in the top 10 in sacks.
And we are not getting enough love for the fact that most of our star players are first-year Vikings.
Oh, yeah.
We are a hodgepodge of misfit toys.
Learning the craziest system in the NFL.
Right.
Yeah.
From quarterback to middle linebacker to
Best
pass rusher. All of these elements are brand
rookies.
new. Yes.
Rookies stepping in. I mean, Stephon Gilmore missed all of camp and came in and became our number one cornerback. Like, there's a lot of pressure on guys. Our kicker for most of the season was a rookie. He got hurt. He's actually back now this week. He's going to be activated again. We're playing with, like you said, the island of misfit toys.
Yeah. That's Flores. I'm like fully sold. Watching him hype people up in the tunnel. I'll have to show this video.
Yeah.
He's clapping people up after the game inside that little like Viking tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
His energy, you get to see what it looks like. He doesn't show that energy on the sidelines. He's showing that locker room energy.
Sometimes he does, but usually it's when it's mad.
Yeah, and then Kevin O'Connell, I was actually a little mad this week. Everybody deserved a game ball.
Everybody
deserved one. I watched it. That was like 3 game balls.
Yeah, I know. And only defense. Like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, no, I'm starting to love those. But like, they still annoy me a lot. It annoyed me when we were losing and he was like giving game balls out and stuff.
Everybody gets a game ball.
But now it's like you're finding a way to make guys matter. Like Redmond, who came in on a short week, and he like gave him a game ball. Like, you're part of this team. Don't think because you're new and you haven't had all these wins, like you're part of this as well. I'm loving watching those post-game speeches.
Arizona was no joke, dude.
No, they're a good team.
Their record doesn't speak for how good they are.
Yeah,
like
they're a playoff. They were leading their division. They're still very scrappy. They're still good. They're still young. They needed this game way more than us. I picked the Cardinals in my pick'em. I actually thought they'd win outright just because the game meant more to them. Like, they needed it to stay alive in the playoff hunt. They're pretty much fucked now. They're pretty much fucked now without that win. The Niners lost, so they could still stay in it, whatever. But for us, I mean, we stayed on pace now.
Well, to hold back, because did James Conner have a touchdown?
I don't think so.
As well as he played, he was playing like literally he was fighting for his life out there. He was a man on a mission.
People. It's ridiculous.
Is unbelievable. I had no respect for him going into the game.
Oh no!
Now watching him like in the grit of a brutal game like that, unbelievable.
Well, he beat cancer in college. He went to Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh. He got cancer. He beat cancer. He was up. You know how in Pittsburgh the windows in the stadium are the hospital.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He was in those hospital rooms watching the Steelers play and then got drafted by the Steelers. Like, what a fucking story he was. Beat cancer, played on the college team, watched them, and then got on the team, and he's just been a fighter his whole fucking career. Love James Conner.
Yeah, he, to me, grew like 3 inches taller in the game.
Didn't get
I always thought he was like, I didn't realize he was such a big-bodied back.
Fucking big dude.
That's just bruising.
Yeah. No, 6'1", 230.
I don't even know if our defense is going to be ranked number 1 rush defense in the league after that game. But did we keep him out of the end zone? Right?
Yeah, we kept him. No rushing touchdowns at all.
So that's the thing. Like,
our rushing defense is great.
If we can hold a guy like that out of the end zone, he had some major plays. But when I look back at it, they're not like 35, 40-yard runs that are just backbreaking.
No, he just drags
They're just like 6 to 12-yard runs.
It's those ones that drive you nuts when it's, 3rd down and 4 and a running back just drags you for 5 yards. You're like, motherfucker, like, get him down. We couldn't get him down.
And then to get back to our team, Sam Darnold deserves so much love for being able to get through a game like that pretty much unscathed. He was not the problem. He had some errant throws like early on. Yeah. But then to lock in 3 minutes left and to be
game-winning
able to
drive.
I had faith in him walking into that. I go, you can do this.
I wanted to see. That was like a show me you can still, because it's a long season. The beginning of the season, I was like, okay, he's killing it. Nobody expected it. There's no pressure, no rookie quarterback behind him. Like, nobody expects anything of this team. Then later, he started to have a couple bad games, and you're like, this is the Sam Darnold we all remember. To turn it back around, lead that game-winning drive, like, now I believe again. Like, again, you get bored of seeing your team
and he was getting
just
banged
win.
Up. Yeah. He wasn't losing the ball when he was getting banged up.
Thank God, yeah.
So,
because that's our problem right now. We are an elite team if we just stop the damn turnovers.
And I got to give it to your boy, Addison.
Oh, yeah. He's stepping up.
What he needed. Mm-hmm. I had free 3 on my forehead 2 weeks ago. I was ready to go back to it.
Yeah.
To see Darnold and Addison step up, take the pressure off JJ. Then JJ like does what he needs to do to actually win the game for us. Aaron Jones is like the biggest stud.
He just needs to stop fumbling. The fumbles are killing us, man. So our scoring has slowed down in large part to the turnovers.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
His fumbles in the red zone are crazy.
Dude, we have the 5th most giveaways in the NFL. The entire NFL, we have 5th most alongside the worst teams in the league. Like, it's Raiders, and then a couple down is us.
And Darnold's not throwing picks like that.
He's throwing, it's weird. Interceptions are way down in the NFL this year.
Okay.
A lot of the top guys, like Justin Herbert, has 1 on the season.
But he's not throwing them like Kirk Cousins.
No. Kirk is ridiculous right now. But, yeah, like, if we can just correct the giveaways thing, we're right there as a Super Bowl contender. Because that's the recipe you need is dominant defense, good offense, don't turn the ball over. Like, that's it. That's how you win a Super Bowl. Don't give them more opportunities. Keep your offense on the field, give your defense fresh legs, let the defense kill the other team. And that's what we've got.
And Flores did a good job of he turned it up when needed. Yeah. He didn't get scared. When it came to like game-defining 3rd, 4th downs, you saw him press.
Mm-hmm.
And I love to see that happen where it's like he's putting the full package out there. He's not being a pussy about it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, he's going to make sure that we are almost playing like offense on defense. Like, we're coming at you. We're going to make you make a decision.
Yeah. No, our team is defense first. Like, even though Kevin O'Connell, the head coach, is the offensive guy, the defense is leading the way. Like, we have elite defense. We're one of 4 teams in the NFL in both top 10 in offense and defense. Our defense right now is higher.
We're top 5 in every statistic in defense, right?
Oh, defense, we're number 1 in the league in
rushing.
Defense, we're number 1 in the league in sacks, and we're something like very high in interceptions as well. But there's only 4 teams in the NFL in top 10 offense and defense. Us, Detroit, Green Bay, and Philadelphia. So it's all 4 NFC teams. So that's our path to the Super Bowl, and 3 of our 4 divisional teams. Like, that's so ridiculous. 4 teams in the NFL, both top 10, and it's us, Green Bay, and Detroit. Like, come the fuck on, man.
It's weird because most years that we've been good, it's always felt like Green Bay was like nipping at our heels.
Yeah.
And
there was one, us or them.
But it's like every year we were finally great. Like, Green Bay always just turned it up a notch.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't have as much fear this year about
they're beating
Detroit
bullshit teams
and Green Bay pressing the line. I actually love to see the NFC North be undeniably the best division in the country.
It is. There's a strong case. If this continues, it's a strong case. This is the greatest division in the history of the NFL.
That's
having
dope.
3 teams in the top 4 of offense and defense. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit right now is number 1 defense or number 1 offense, number 3 or 4 defense. Like, they're pummeling people. But Green Bay are getting cheap ass wins. They beat the Niners without Brock Purdy. Like, they're not.
But Jordan Love is pretty real.
He's very much Brett Favre. Like, he goes out there, he's going to sling the ball, but he's also going to throw 3 interceptions that you're just like, you didn't need to do that. Why did you throw that stupid pass, you know? He does a lot of dumb stuff that I don't fear him in the playoffs.
Especially with our defense. Like, our defense is perfect for him.
we swarm him. I mean, look how the way we just dealt with Kyler was he's not a very accurate quarterback, but he'll absolutely kill you with his legs. And we've played him before where he has killed us, and it drove me. Nothing scares me more than Kyler because he's so fucking little and he's running around back there and you're like, all right, we got him. And then all of a sudden he pops out and he throws a 70-yard pass and you're like, God damn, that's got to be disheartening for the defense. Flores knew exactly what he wanted to do and he didn't let him do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucking destroyed them.
Because he's oddly playing some of his best football right now.
Oh, he's great.
And so we didn't like demoralize him, but we just ended up eking him out.
Yeah, we beat you. Doesn't matter. My uncle texted me and was like, an ugly loss is still a loss. I'm like, an ugly win is still a win. I was just like, I wish we could beat up on teams that we're better than, but they were desperate. And
I love to see us win ugly.
Yeah.
Like, if that's the way it's going to be, we've been on the other side of that so much where the ugly games never go our way.
Yeah.
This team continues to just get used to it.
Oh my God. 10-2 is not fluke. That's we're beating teams. And occasionally we get, the ball bounces our way. Sure. But we won that game. It's not like we gave it away and they just missed the last second field goal.
Back for that thing.
Yeah, like the Bears losing to the Lions is very lucky that Coach Eberflus, or former head coach Matt Eberflus, is a stupid idiot.
That was one of the best Thanksgiving presents ever.
It hurt me because I wanted the Lions to lose so that we could take the division.
Right.
But how funny to watch that happen to the Bears, and a coach that I've been shitting on since Hard Knocks. And when he came out and said, "Oh, call me Coach Flus," and then was like, "I have a beard." "Oh, you have a beard? You're an adult man with a beard? Wow, brag about that on TV. You
Every
loser.
guy does that.
Yeah, it's like, I have a beard. You have a beard. Who the fuck doesn't have a beard?
Welcome to 2024.
Yeah, you're going into a locker room of alpha men and going, "Check out my beard."
Yeah.
Get the fuck, go home, sir.
Caleb Williams is so good, and that is scary because he is. I already think that he has a gold jacket on him.
Yeah.
Now, the best part about it, though, is that he's a part of the Bears organization.
There's what can stop you.
Potential that Caleb Williams goes in 10 years. We go, that guy was good.
Could have been amazing.
We just never saw.
And just got stuck with the shittiest run organization. But it was a big move. I mean, they had never fired a head coach in the middle of a season in the history of their franchise. Their original team never had fired a head coach until now.
See, I didn't even want them to fire it like that day because it was so apparent. If you had any like rationale as an organization, he should not leave the locker room with the job.
No.
We're all in the chat going, he's got to go, like, immediately.
Yeah, you cannot bring this guy back. And then he goes into the press conference and defends his decision. And everyone's like, what?
Well, because they hadn't told him yet. And then apparently they couldn't get a hold of the owner on Thanksgiving.
No, I'm talking about he didn't call a timeout. He defended it.
Well, yeah.
The next day he had the other press conference.
Yeah. He knows he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole thing is one totally boneheaded rookie mistake by Caleb Williams.
Well,
but a career-ending coaching decision.
Yeah, to not Caleb needs to go, "Oh, clock, we still have a timeout.
But it sucks for us because that'll never happen again for Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
He's the type of guy where he goes, "Oh, I have to field general this.
Yeah.
I can't." The coach is so liable for that decision that he has to almost be able to sit back and go, "Okay, like, we're still here. The coach should make the call if he needs to make the call." The fact that he threw like a touch pass, though.
Yeah. To waste more time. And you're just like,
second tip. It's
what the fuck? Just, throw it in the dirt, throw it out of bounds.
Or throw it as fast as you could possibly throw it.
Yeah, no. The handling of that was so bad. And then apparently they got into the locker room and Jalen Johnson, they're all pro safety, went fucking ballistic. Matt Eberflus was like talking to the team after the game and he interrupted him and just started like tirade of expletives. This is fucking bullshit. Went nuts. And Matt Eberflus left the locker room while he was yelling. Like, imagine you have a post-game speech to give your team and your players start revolting and you just walk out of the room. You don't even stay to try to calm them down. Like, you are
He deserved every bit of that. Yeah, he deserved every bit of that.
Oh my God, you can't walk out while your team's yelling at you. You fucked up. You stand there and take it and go, "I fucked up. I failed you guys." For you to just walk out of the room and be like, fuck you.
Now, if Caleb Williams can continue to be that big of an idiot in that
if he doesn't learn
part of the season,
sure.
I'm fully in. I love it.
Yeah, but his arm talent is fantastic. He just set the NFL rookie record, most pass attempts without an interception. Like, he's doing exactly what people want from rookie quarterbacks, which is don't turn the ball over. That's what he's doing.
Right.
So
he's so elusive. He keeps the play open.
Dude, he's been hit second most times in the history of the NFL for a rookie quarterback, behind David Carr, who was the quarterback of an expansion Texans team. Like, they don't even count. Caleb's been hit more than any quarterback ever. The offensive line is terrible. The wide receivers, you start to see them do these, like, I'm a veteran, I'm quitting on a route things.
Right.
It's just like, but it all goes back to coaching.
Yeah.
You can't have veterans quitting. Like, you just got paid $120 million, DJ Moore. Stop being a fucking sourpuss and being like, "Oh, I didn't get the ball." You know,
play forever.
You're supposed to be the leader of the team. That's why they gave you that contract.
You have the best job in the world.
Yeah, man, you got a fucking $100 million to play for the Bears. Just like, shut up, go run your routes. But then he got a few touchdowns, and now he looks happy again. So we'll see. I'm scared that they get to hire, because right now that looks like one of the best jobs in the league. There's no pressure being the coach of the Bears, because if you win, you're a legend. Like the 85 Bears team is eating for free. They're drinking for free. That's all of Chicago unites for the Bears.
And you don't have to do it. Well, but it's getting to be a franchise that the pressure is getting. It's the steam.
There's more
is
for sure.
Really heating up there, and
it's tough because you're in this division.
They're a good fan base because they expect to lose.
Great fan base.
So and they will.
They're getting a new stadium. You have a top pick quarterback who everybody still loves. You have the wide receivers. You have a tight end. You have a rookie wide receiver. You just need an offensive line, but they have $80 million in cap space. They're a very good team to get a coach.
If we lose Flores to them, I'm going to lose my freaking mind, dude.
I'm pretty confident that they're not going to take a defensive coach because they need somebody to teach Caleb. But I would I'd kill somebody.
I'd lose my mind.
I would kill someone.
Because we'd have to deal with that for 10 years.
Yeah, if they get Flores, that would be just gut punch.
Like how easy it is to get guys to want to be a Bear.
Yeah.
With a Flores.
Mm-hmm.
We need that energy,
yeah.
and the Vikings don't quite have that level of energy as a whole franchise.
Yeah.
With the Ditka era kind of shit.
Yeah.
But we are hopefully coming into a Flores era, we can keep him around.
I don't know how long we can keep him around.
Speaking of keeping around, for some reason, does Sam Darnold potentially get a nod now?
He's going to get a starting nod somewhere. I don't think it's with us.
Why are we getting so comfortable with being like, oh, well, Sam Darnold's obviously leaving?
Because
this is not Keenum. He's way better than Keenum.
No. Because he's going to get paid. He's going to get $30 million a year next year on like a multi-year deal.
And we just can't do it.
No, you can't. After you draft a quarterback, top, what did we take him? 5, 6, 7? Fuck, I can't even remember the pick now. Top 10. We used our first round pick on a quarterback. That's what we tied our franchise to. Like, that's the guy. If we can get, I think they brought Daniel Jones in knowing next year he's going to be like a good transitional quarterback. Like if you need a guy for a couple weeks, kind of like what Darnold was for us this year.
Right.
So bring him in now so he gets used to everybody, and like you can get some coaching from Kevin O'Connell, see what he is for next year. I think that's why he came to us. But we're going to have to find another transitional guy that leads us to JJ next year. Sam Darnold just, if it's 3 year, 30 million, like a 3 year, $90 million contract, that just straps you.
But when you have a legit right now top 10 quarterback in the league, and I know
we have a top 10 offensive play caller in the league. I think anybody that steps into this offense with Kevin O'Connell calling the shots and Justin Jefferson and the whole crew, I think you have a chance to win. It's not.
He's
on
making
Darnold.
McCarthy's job very difficult, though.
Yeah.
He's walking into his second season.
Now there's expectations.
The highest expectations.
Well, it also depends how this plays out. If we go to the playoffs and we win 2 games, or somehow we get to the Super Bowl, Sam Darnold comes back. Because now you have a Super Bowl winning team. If we get knocked out of the first round, bye-bye Sam Darnold.
And it seems like JJ's the type of guy that would be willing to wait.
He's young. That was the beauty of him. He's only 21.
So I'm not saying we should think already go, well,
no.
McCarthy's not our quarterback. I think he's our future. But is there a way Sam Darnold can actually be?
Yes. I think if Sam is willing to take a 2-year deal for $35 million a year, then you can do it, because it's like, okay, JJ, even if it's you have to wait 2 years, that's fine. But, and for Sam, it's like, hey, we're going to give you 2 years. Then you could be a free agent again and go find more money.
And let McCarthy
again.
now learn from I mean, what a great quarterback room for him to learn from now.
Yeah.
2 guys drafted equally as high as him, right? And some higher.
Yeah.
And then they can be like, dude, this is a momentum sport. You want to be around the right system, the right guys. Do not take anything for
granted.
granted.
The downfalls. Look at what both of them have gone through. Both Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold, and Kevin O'Connell were all quarterbacks in quarterback rooms. They lost jobs. They didn't get a chance at job. One went to the playoffs. Daniel Jones went to the playoffs and beat the fucking Vikings. There's a lot of stories in that room. There's a lot of lessons to be learned. And JJ should be the best of them because of all of that.
I fell in love with Kevin O'Connell this week. Yeah. When you win like that, to me, there's such a big flip that happens within the community, the fans, the team, your quarterback. Everybody now trusts Sam Darnold. And, you know, and what I've loved about him is this is obviously a communist podcast, becoming a sanctuary place for the beaten up quarterback. The fact that Daniel Jones could have gone other places. And he goes, you know what?
He had his choice.
I'll practice squad with you. I'll sit. I just want to be near you. That speaks a lot to who Kevin O'Connell is.
Oh, yeah.
And then Kwesi to continue to keep these conversations open. To say, we're just going to keep on stacking this deck. Even though everything's moving forward, we're going to put pressure on the whole system. That it puts everybody in check. Daniel Jones is no joke. Obviously, there's nothing like
starting quarterback for 3, 4, 5 years now.
High draft pick, all the intangibles,
6th pick overall,
and to go, oh, I'm not scared to like disrupt the system. We're gonna bring him in. Everyone's gonna know what we're doing here.
Because you could bring a guy in who just lost his job, who's pissed and wants to fucking start. And they start throwing, you know, Sam Darnold throws up a few picks, and then the crowd starts chanting Daniel Jones, and you're like, uh-oh, what did we do?
And and you gotta have a brutal conversation with Nick Mullins, which is, hey, buddy.
Bye-bye.
You're nothing.
No, you're practice squad. You're the emergency third quarterback.
You sometimes throw footballs on the sideline when like it looked like the starter.
Well, he's going to be inactive now. He'll be the third quarterback. The NFL added the rule you could have an emergency quarterback on the roster. So technically, he's not on the roster unless both Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold get hurt in the game.
How quickly will Daniel Jones be on the roster?
He's on the roster now.
But he's inactive right now.
For this week, he was because it was too short notice to get him up to speed in case something happened to Sam Darnold. Like you couldn't bring Daniel Jones in. But next week, he should be our backup.
So can you, with all faith and all belief and all optimism, tell me that we'll never have to see Nick Mullins' helmet on again as a Viking?
The only chance is if both of them get knocked out of the same game.
That like warms my heart. Because he looks like an idiot in the helmet.
He can't. No, his head is too stupid for an NFL helmet. No, he's done. His time with Minnesota is done. He'll go if he goes to the practice squad, another team might just claim him and take him from us. So
bless his heart. Bless his heart.
That's when you start getting dirty moves from like the Lions. All of a sudden take him, and then they get all of the secrets of our play calling and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah. That's the dirty shit that I fucking hate. I love when we do it.
That game I love when we do it,
but I really don't want to see somebody else do it because we have a complicated, you know, system of play calls and stuff. And they're in there. Like Nick Mullins plays against Brian Flores' defense. He knows all the defensive calls too. I don't want any secrets being shared around the league.
So now moving on to the Falcons this week. Thank God Kirk's coming to town. And
I wish he wasn't coming off a 4-interception game because we know
him.
We know how Kirk goes.
He's going to throw this ball.
Kirk's going to be slinging that ball. Everybody's like, oh, Michael Penix is coming, like blah, blah, blah. You can't bench Kirk. He got way too much money. Kirk is playing. And when he might comes throw for 400 yards. He kills it. That's when you count Kirk out is when all of a sudden he's the fucking best quarterback in the league. And people go, oh my God, this Falcons team is Super Bowl bound, blah, blah, blah. So...
And you know,
I wish he threw 5 touchdowns last week.
You know, his church is coming to the game.
All of his buddies,
And he is one of those guys that when he feels like the love and respect and comfort, he's just such a good guy. He just plays out of his fucking mind.
This is you like that scenario where it's like, oh, you all count me out? Like he wants to say fuck you, but he's too good of a Christian bitch.
He says bless your heart.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna donate money in your name. And you're like, fuck you. Fuck you.
And we have a Falcon on our roster now that can give us a little dirt, right? Didn't we just who did we bring on? Maybe I'm wrong with that.
It could be right, but I don't think I can't
maybe
think
not.
of anybody right away. But I mean their game plan. So they have one of the best, if not with CMC injured. Actually, no. Saquon and Derrick Henry are obviously the best running backs in the NFL right now. But Bijan Robinson is the most talented running back in the NFL. Thankfully, our running is better than our pass defense, but he's also very active in the pass game.
Yeah.
He's the one that could tear up the field and kill us. Hopefully, we keep him in check. Drake London, 6'5", wide receiver out of USC, also a beast. Kyle Pitts never gets the ball, had 0 catches last game, but he's a 6'6" tight end, one of the most dynamic tight ends I've ever seen. He was drafted top 5 in the NFL draft, which is insane for a tight end, and they just don't use him.
And Kirk likes a tight end.
they just won't throw to him. I don't know if he's stupid and doesn't understand how to run routes. I don't get it. He had 2 targets last week, 0 catches. I hope they continue that because I don't want to have to defend that.
Because he'd be like one of your fantasy guys where you're like, oh, Kirk's coming here.
I drafted him this year in my fantasy
because
league.
Of that. He's a check down.
He's 6'6". He's a fucking can run out of the building. How do you not just go, okay, I'm going to lob this. The only person who can jump high enough is the 6'6" tight end. It's crazy to me. But they haven't been using him much. Doesn't mean he's not on the scary list. But yeah, London, Pitts, Darnell Mooney goes deep. He used to be on the Chicago Bears. He's a very good deep threat. And then Bijan Robinson and Tyler Algier are the 2-headed running attack. They're good on offense.
Right.
It's just if Kirk can get back to slinging the ball. Hopefully we just disrupt him. We know Kirk doesn't like pressure. He doesn't like to get hit. He cries with his big fucking inner tube that he wears under his jersey. Yeah. If we can get him rattled early and just start hitting him, we know Kirk will be throwing interceptions, and that'll be a fun game for us. I hope we make him cry. How much fun would that be, coming back to Minnesota? He thinks it's going to be like a homecoming, and we just murder him.
Yeah. He definitely scares me coming to Minnesota.
Yeah.
For all the reasons. Yeah. Because he knows how to play this particular type of game.
Mm-hmm. He's been in this stadium.
And he's like the nice guy that holds the biggest grudge.
Oh, yeah.
He's praying about it right now. Mm-hmm. He's like let them deal with all of their sins on Sunday.
Yeah, he starts coming out with like the Silas whipping himself, and you're like, oh my God, this guy's horrifying. No, I mean, there's something to be said about showing up to a stadium you're comfortable with. You know, it's not like a road game for him. Like, he rolls up, he knows where the doors are, he says hi to everybody. I bet he remembers a ton of people's names.
He knows everybody's name.
Exactly. Dude. And half the people that work in the stadium are Packers fans. They're probably rooting for Kirk now. So, yeah, he's going to walk in, be comfortable. He might end up walking into the home locker room on accident, but he knows his way around. He's going to be, he's going to be comfortable.
Yeah. So now we do get our head a little bit too, like, big right now. We're talking about, like, playoffs
Super Bowl.
and Super Bowl in deep playoffs. And should we even throw away Sam Darnold or not? Because he's so great. But what type of pressure are we under to still make the playoffs?
I mean, it's not a foregone conclusion. If we falter in the second half, if we lose to Kirk and then, something, or God forbid an injury takes place, we're not locked in. We can sneak in with 10 wins where we're at and like lose out and still get like a wild card berth. But right now,
do we not have a lock until solidified. We beat the Bears?
Let's see.
Like, are we 2 wins away from a lock kind of thing?
No, because of the other team. So we're 10-2. What would it be? I mean, right now, technically only 4 teams in the entire NFL are eliminated. So Green Bay, Washington, Seattle. I think if Seattle, actually, if we beat Atlanta, it's going to be tough for them to get in because they'll be 6-7.
So that knocks off a potential wild card.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. 11-1. Right now we're the 5th seed, but we shouldn't be. It's ridiculous. We would actually play Atlanta in the playoffs right now. That's gross.
See, I don't like that.
No, and they're 6-6, and we're 10-2. Thus, the flaw of the NFL system.
That's just because of the divisional breakdown.
Yeah, because when you win your division, you get a home game, and then it's the best records after that. So right now, Atlanta's winning their division. So we would get a road game. Green Bay would get a road game.
And Arizona was winning their division until we beat them, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And Seattle won, so Seattle jumped them. Yeah, we still need to win a few games. I think like 2-3 more wins and we'll lock.
It is tough with the 17 games season.
Yeah.
Because before, if you hit 9, you're like, ooh,
over 500.
We're pretty good here.
Yeah.
10, I think we get a little above you, but we're still used to 10 being like elite.
Yeah.
Where
that's the mark.
Now it's like you better have 12 to get in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, there's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 10-win teams with Pittsburgh knocking on the door, and Green Bay.
That's the 17-week season that throws off the whole psyche.
Yeah, a little bit different. Yeah, I mean, the Eagles could easily be 14-3. Like, there's going to be some serious records out there this year. Chiefs and Bills don't look like they're going to lose ever again. Same with the Lions. Like, There's going to be crazy records this season. This is going to be great playoffs. And the Niners are done. They're toast, so they're out of our way, thank God.
So did he just... I saw the slow-mo, but I didn't watch the game. Is his leg done?
Oh, yeah, no, he's done. He's done for the year. And their backup, Jordan Mason, who looked good in replacing CMC for the first 10 weeks, he also is on the IR. He's out for the season. So now they're down to their third-string running back. Their left tackle, Trent Williams, all-pro, one of the greatest of all time, is out. They're a mess.
It's weird when we beat them early on. We go, oh, wow, we just beat elite. One of the best teams in the league. And now it's like,
that's not
wow,
looking
the
like
parity
a very
has
good
just
win
changed.
anymore.
And the dynamic of who is good is just, it's all over the place now.
Yeah. If this was like a college football system where we're like, that's our best win, now it's like not that impressive of a win.
Yeah.
But we have Atlanta, we got Chicago, both at home. I mean, with new leadership with Chicago, who knows? On a Monday night, like they could upset us just being a divisional team. Atlanta, we need to win. Then we're in Seattle, who they're going to be fighting for a playoff spot and their division lead. Then we get Green Bay, and then we're in Detroit. Like
we have a brutal end of the year.
That's a way harder schedule than people think it is.
Because our division it's win by 3 division.
It's neck and neck.
Yeah.
We could all be tied. Lions, Vikings, and Packers could all be tied, and the last 2 games are against the Packers and the Lions. Like that's crazy. This is going to be a nasty
if the Bears
division.
Beat the Lions, if they could have went on like a weird little run.
If the Bears beat us, the Bears still have the Packers, the Lions, like this is gonna be a brutal finish. And the Falcons and Seahawks are both leading their leading their division and trying to get into the playoffs. Like we could stop them both from getting into the playoffs, and they're both NFC teams. So these are who we could see in the playoffs too.
Right, but that means that they're going to be throwing it all at us.
Exactly. No, it's win or die at this point. Bye weeks are over after this week, so this is the last week of any teams.
God, those killed me in fantasy.
Yeah. Now it's brutal.
The bye weeks seem later for some reason. I don't know why.
There's always week 14 is when it ends. Yeah. I think the NFL, because of fantasy football, needs to go revisit that and move them up, because a lot of teams, like I have my playoffs in my main league. We start playoffs this week. So there's playoff teams that are missing their best players because it's Houston, the Colts, Washington, and Baltimore. Like those are some of the biggest names in fantasy.
Not in like
Lamar, Derrick Henry. Washington has Jaden Daniels, Brian Robinson, Terry McLaurin, Joe Mixon, Jonathan Taylor, Nico Collins. Like all of these people are out.
Nico Collins is out. All right, I gotta know that.
Yeah, everyone's out. Like that's so crazy.
You want him this week then?
I can't. We can't trade anymore. It's over.
But you're the commish.
Yeah, I know. I could cheat, but no, it's fine. We're both out. We're both fucked. I had CMC. I'm done. So yeah, no. I think the NFL will feel pressure from the betting community, especially now that ESPN is all intertwined with ESPN Bet.
When they tell you to bet responsibly, but then the NFL fucks you like that.
Yeah.
So how is that responsible of anybody?
No, I think they got to move it.
They're ruining people's lives, actually.
Yeah, livelihoods for sure. I have my league pays out $10,000 to the winner, so that's fucking.
You know how many men
money.
have to go to their wife because of freaking Roger Goodell and be like, "There's no more Christmas."
Yeah, exactly. I thought I was gonna win, baby. I had it. I
CMC,
had it. But the
Nico
fucking
Collins,
the fucking bye week,
and it's like, what?
She's like, "What bye week? Bye."
It's like bye. I'm like literally leaving.
Yeah, this is the week I say bye.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is the most exciting NFL season I've experienced in a long time.
Yeah.
Thank God the Vikings keep every game fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's a blessing, right?
The fun I would like to have this week for Christmas is just ruining Kirk's Christmas. What a fucking way to really send him into like go back home, be miserable around the holiday. He's still, it's disgusting for Atlanta fans who don't know about this. Kirk is going to be posting. He's going to be so happy. If they lose, he'll still be happy. He'll be with his kids. He doesn't practice on Tuesdays. That's his whole thing in his contract. Tuesdays are with his kids. Like, you're going to want your quarterback to be like pissed. He won't be pissed.
I don't want to see any burning of jerseys before the game. No tailgate burning Kirk jerseys. Because Jesus will come and fucking ruin this game for
that's
us.
how you piss somebody off and they go, "Oh, you want to burn my jersey? Okay."
Yeah.
You like that.
All right. This is beautiful. Vikings Banter. We love you all. God bless. And we will talk to you soon. Over and out. Skol.